information processing cycle. The information processing cycle. So here we are going to say that computers process data process data that is inputted. That is why you are saying we are having input into information which is outputted. We are talking at how information is processed right away from being data to information. How is it turned from data into to information? So we are saying that computers process data that is input, what we feed in. They are the numbers, the pictures, the videos which are not yet processed. So into information which is output. Then we are saying instructions are the steps a computer takes to process the data and produce the information. Instructions, or what we call the guidelines, are the steps. So these are like the procedures through which a computer takes to process the data and produce the information. Then we are having another thing called software. Software is related instructions organized for a common purpose. So that is the definition actually for a software. So software is related instructions organized for a common purpose. These instructions which have been organized. So for example, if we are using Microsoft PowerPoint, it means that this PowerPoint, it is a software which was designed with instructions for us to have for us to have these slides move on, or have these slides be displayed to us. So the purpose of Microsoft PowerPoint software, it is to organize presentations. So here, that is why we are saying that software is related instructions organized for a common purpose. Right, so let's move to the next one. So the components of a computer. The components of a computer. The electric and mechanical components of a computer are known as hardware. So here we are talking about the items that are actually that go hand in hand with a computer. So we are saying that the electric and mechanical components of a computer are known as hardware. So electric, we are talking about the wires, the wirings, and the what. Then the mechanical components, mechanical, what we touch, the screens, the keyboards, and the whats are known as hardware. So hardware includes input devices which help us to feed in the data into a computer, output devices which enable us to get information out of the computer, devices, then output devices, a system unit which enables us for data processing, then storage devices like flash disks, like hard disks, like CDs, and communication devices. Communication devices, here we can talk about even we can talk about speakers, these ones which help us to communicate to us. Or even we can talk about the diodes, these light emitting diodes which normally tell us that when you see this red, it means there is a certain error here. So they are communicating, the diodes. So those are the components of a computer. So let us go in depth to talk about those components. So we are having input devices. So input devices, here we are going to say that any hardware component that allows you to enter data and instructions into the computer. That is the input device, any hardware component that allows you to enter data and instructions into the computer. The most common types of input devices are the keyboard. We are having there here the keyboard, mouse, microphone, scanner, and webcam. Webcam, this is keyboard is the one that enables us to type, where we see alphabets, numbers, the symbols, what those ones. Then the mouse, this is the kathingi which enables us to click, where you click, where you get it, that controls the cursor movement on the screen. Then the microphone, this is for example which people use during parties, during ceremonies, whereby they get these microphones to capture the sounds and take them for the speakers to be somehow magnified and increase on the sound. So the microphones. Then we're having the scanners, which are, for example, used to scan papers, scan papers and other things. Then and webcam. Webcam is the ones that help us. The webcams are the one which enables us to capture the camera, the cameras actually. For example, the lenses of the cameras, which are used to capture the people's images. Those ones. So webcam. Uh-huh. Then we are having another thingy. Let's continue. Output devices. So in output devices here, we are saying that that any hardware component that conveys information to one or more people, output devices. These ones they display or they bring the information that has been stored into the computer to the people. So for example, we are saying that common output devices are the monitor. Monitor is same as computer screen. So it gives us or it displays the information that is stored in the computer. For example, let's say that I'm typing, I'm doing what I'm doing. So I use the monitor or the computer screen to see what I'm doing. Then speakers they help us to listen or to hear what we are doing, or to listen to some podcasts, to listen to some audios and videos and other things. And the printer helps us to produce hard copies in terms of sheets. In terms of sheets, we have brochures, we have receipts and others. So the hard one, those hard sheets, or the copies, the books, the pages of the books which we have, so which enables us to get them at the printers. Then we are having a system unit. So the system unit is a case that contains the electronic components of the computer that are used to process data. So system unit, a case that contains the electronic components of the computer that are used to process data. So that is the system unit. It only contains the electronic components. So what are those electronic components? The things we normally see on the motherboard, on the motherboard. So those wires, those connections, the hard disks, the CDs, the power supply, all those ones that we see on the motherboard. So the electronic components of the computer that are used to process data are composed of the motherboard, CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit, and the memory, composed of the motherboard, CPU, and the memory. So the memory, those are the RAM and the ROM. RAM is random access memory, then the other one is read-only memory. Random access memory, what it does, it helps to read, to store information temporarily, whereas the ROM or random read-only memory stores data permanently. Then we are going to talk to them we are going to explain the RAM and the ROMs as we go ahead. So storage devices. Storage devices, here we are going to talk about that. Storage media is where a computer keeps data, instructions, and information. Storage media is where a computer keeps data, instructions, and information. So where a computer stores or keeps data, instructions, and information. These include hard drives, the hard disks, the flash disks, the USB universal serial bus. Universal serial bus, that is what it means in USB flash drives, optical disks, those are the CDs or what we call the compact diskettes, and memory cards. So we are continuing to say that a storage device records or retrieves, reads or writes items to and from storage medium. So for example, when we put in the USB or flash into the USB drive, so what it does, the USB flash drives write information or read information from the USB flash diskettes. I think that one is good.